sauntered over to Cheese Station C.
After all, they knew where the cheese was and how to get there, and they assumed it would always be there.
Ham and Haw put their running shoes away. They thought they wouldn't be needing them again.
This is great! There's enough cheese here to last us forever! Sure is!
They felt secure. They even decorated the walls with sayings.
Having cheese makes you happy.
Ham and Haw became so comfortable they didn't notice what had been happening.
Meanwhile, Snip and Scurry inspected the area each morning to see if there had been any changes from the day before.
One morning, they arrived at Cheese Station C and discovered there was no cheese.
They weren't surprised, since they'd noticed the supply of cheese had been getting smaller.
The mice did not overanalyze things. The situation had changed, so Snip and Scurry changed.
They were soon off in search of new cheese.
Later that day, Ham and Haw arrived at Cheese Station C.
They had not been paying attention to the changes that had been taking place.
What? No cheese? No cheese? Who moved my cheese? It's not fair! Ham, I know we're smarter than mice, but we're not acting like it at the moment. What'll happen if the cheese is in here tomorrow? I made plans based on this cheese.
While Snip and Scurry had moved on, Ham and Haw continued to ham and haw.
One night, Haw wrote on the wall,
The more important cheese is to you, the more you want to hold on to it.
The next day, Ham and Haw still somehow expected to find their cheese in the same place.
Why did they do this to me? Where are Snip and Scurry? Do you think they know something we don't? No, they're just simple mice. We're little people. We're entitled to our cheese. Yeah, but maybe we should just simply get going and find some new cheese. Oh, no. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I want things to be the way they were.
Meanwhile, Snip and Scurry moved further into the maze. They didn't think of anything else but finding new cheese.
After much trial and error, Snip and Scurry found the biggest store of cheese they had ever seen at Cheese Station A.
Meanwhile, Hem and Haw were still hemming and hawing at empty Cheese Station C.
Then, Haw began to imagine himself out in the maze, finding fresh, new cheese.
Before long, he could almost taste it.
Come on, Hem. Let's go. No, I like it here. It's comfortable. Besides, it's real dangerous out there.
Haw imagined the worst. His hope of finding new cheese faded.
So every day, Ham and Haw went from their homes to Cheeseless Station C.
And returned home again with empty bellies, full of nothing but stress.
My cheese. My cheese. Ham, look at us. We keep doing the same things over and over and wonder why things don't get better. It's time to move on. You're not even going out into the maze again. Why do we wait here until they put the cheese back? You just don't get it. They're never going to put the old cheese back. That was yesterday's cheese. It's time to find new cheese. Oh, but there's no cheese out there. Or what if you can't find it? Heck, life moves on, and so should we. No! Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? If we don't change, we could become extinct.
Like him, a part of Haw was afraid. Then Haw wrote on the wall what he had been thinking about.
What would you do if you weren't afraid?
It wasn't long before Haw knew what to do. Haw gathered all his courage and jogged into the unknown.
It's May time!
At first, he felt lost. But it wasn't long before he began to find his way.
Being back in the maze isn't nearly as bad as I feared. How did I get into this situation? I've been watching what was happening.
Haw stopped to write on the maze wall what he was learning.
Smell the cheese often so you know when it's getting old.
Paul hoped that these handwritings on the wall would not only be reminders to himself, but also a marked trail for him to follow if he chose to enter the maze.
Why do I feel so good? I don't have any cheese and I don't know where it is. Aha! When you move beyond your fear, you feel free.
The more clearly Ha imagined himself finding new cheese, the more real it became.
Imagining myself enjoying new cheese even before I find it leads me to it.
Finally, Paul arrived at a large cheese station.
But it was practically empty.
I'm too late. If I'd moved on sooner, I might have found a lot of new cheese here.
Ha did find several delicious morsels of new cheese.
It wasn't much, but enough to keep him going.
I've got to get back and tell him there's some new cheese out here.
Ha raced back to Cheese Station Z, following the route he had marked.
He found his friend still hemming and hawing. Ham had not even put on his running shoes.
Oh, Ham, you look hungry. Here, have a few bits of new cheese. I don't think I would like new cheese. I want my own cheese back. I'm sure if I wait here long enough, things will be the way they were. Will Ham ever change?
Ham was left behind. Hemmed in by fear, comfort, and denial.
I guess Ham believes he can't or won't enjoy new cheese. He seems to believe that if he ventures into the maze, things will get worse. I see now that if I do things differently, things will get better. When you change what you believe, you change what you do.
Paul found bits of cheese here and there and began to regain his strength. He had hoped that Ham might find his way by reading the handwritings on the wall.
Ha had let go of the past and was adapting to the present. He was pursuing new cheese.
And then it happened.
Piled high everywhere was the greatest supply of cheese he had ever seen.
Wow! New cheese! Is it real or just my imagination? It is real!
Ha realized that Smith and Fury had been enjoying new cheese for quite a while. He vowed that next time he would change faster.
Ha knew it would be easy for him to slip back to his old ways if he got too comfortable.
So each day he inspected Cheese Station N to check the condition of his cheese.
He went out into the maze and explored new areas.
He knew it was safer to be aware of his real choices than to isolate himself in his comfort zone. Then one day, Ha heard what he thought was the sound of movement out in the maze.
Could it be Ham? Was Ham about to turn the corner?
Ha hoped that maybe at last his friend was finally able to
Move to the new cheese and enjoy it!
Can you read the handwriting on the wall? Change happens. They keep moving the cheese. Anticipate change. Smell the cheese often so you know when it's getting old. Adapt to change quickly. The quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you can enjoy new cheese. Enjoy change. Savor the adventure and enjoy the taste of new cheese. Be ready to change quickly and enjoy it again. They keep moving the cheese. This animated movie is based on the #1 best-selling business book, Who Moved My Cheese? By Spencer Johnson, MD.
Keju.
Ya, keju. Apa judulnya tadi? Masak tangan. Ini Hah? Siapa yang menahan keju? Membedakan. Pecis. Siapa yang membedakan keju saya? Ryan.
Biasanya kalau saya cukup Madura, Golina, cukup Madura sama transportasi kita.
Alhamdulillah. Ini kan
Umum pecis ya. Jadi siapa yang membedakan keju saya? Ini cerita sederhana sebetulnya, tapi memang mencerminkan, ya, mencerminkan anaknya kita. Nah, yang mau ada buktinya tadi ya, yang mau pinjam ada di rumah saya, pinjam bukan ambil. Pada setiap saya bilang kalau dipinjam tidak kembali, dan saya juga tidak tahu siapa yang pinjam. Saya satu bukunya di rumah, kalau mau pinjam silahkan. Ya, umum najis. Nah, sebelum saya bahas umum najis, kita bincang-bincang dulu. Ada berapa tadi?
Pemeran.
Pemeran ada 2 tikus, ada 2 manusia. Saya salah. Saya habis sholat subuh tadi saya edit materinya. Saya kasih masuk untuk kelinci sama tikus. Tikusnya benar, kelincinya yang salah. Ini manusia. Ya, tidak apa-apa lah. Mohon dimaafkan. Jadi ada 4. Si tikus namanya Sniff dan Scary, ya. Bukan Steve, Sniff. Terus yang manusia siapa namanya? How dan Hub, ya. How dan Hub. Kita lihat ya, kita bahas dulu. Kita masuk di problemnya. Tolong dimaafkan kalau ini salah-salah tulisan jangan banget tadi pagi. Saya langsung saya edit. Jadi judulnya tuh hummus najis. Oke, next. Ini bukunya ada ya, tapi saya bahasa Indonesia, bukan bahasa Inggris. Bukunya bahasa Indonesia yang gitu. Oke, lanjut. Nah, tokoh-tokoh dalam cerita itu ada si Sniff, ada Scary, ada sebentar saya salah, harusnya ada manusia yang saya apa kartun saya masuk. Jadi ada si Sniff, si Papyrus, ya. Papyrus itu, lalu ada si Scary, ada si Ham, si Kaku. Nah ini mencerminkan karakter manusia ya. Lalu ada si How, si Aman. Ya. Nah, si ini tikus ini ya secara struktur biologis otaknya sederhana, kecil ya, kecil sekali itu tikus. Ya, beda dengan otak kita manusia, kalau otak orangnya siapa? Nah, itu lebih besar lagi tuh ya, beberapa itu di situ. Ya. Jadi otaknya itu kecil, sederhana. Taunya tikus makan, kalau ada musuh lagi. Ya begitu sih. Terus ada ini ya si Sniff ini dia punya kemampuan mengendus, ya, jadi dia mampu mencuri budaya perubahan yang cepat, ya, dia punya skill di situ. Ya. Lalu si tikus, kalau ada makanan di sana, di sana makan. Itu saja tikus. Ada manusia atau ada musuh lain? Tidak pernah nggak? Kalau di jalanan sih di jalan malam-malam terus ada tikus. Kalau jalan seperti apa? Ada kira-kira? Kalau jalan saja dulunya itu melompatnya sudah lari. Kira-kira kalau ada dia pulang kerja di sini jam 11 malam lewat terus di tengah jalan kalau naik motor ada tikus yang tinggi. Apa? Kira-kira tikus yang lari atau yang lari? Itu ya, jadi ini komponen yang sederhana saja. Ada sederhana saja. Ada makanan dimakan, ada musuh lalu. Ya. Terus ada sihab, orangnya kaku. Ya, orangnya kaku. Sering menolak ada perubahan. Karena kita takut perubahan. Apa ini? Yang dikatakan James Smith tadi. Setiap ada perubahan, takut. Selalu ada perubahan. Ada perubahan struktur organisasi menolak. Siapa itu? Perusahaan. Ada penggantian misalnya penggantian kepala cabang. Ya, misalnya dirotasi misalnya. Pak Haidil ada yang ganti, Sinar misalnya. Dia mana-mana tembok sana. Tidak mau dia siap. Siapa coba? Kau punya perusahaan. Setiap ada perubahan, maka ini bilang kita harus disiplin. Ya. Aku juga deh. Kalau aku kasih tahu ada surat cinta, Pak Heri tidak bilang surat SB, dia cuma bilang ada surat cinta. Pak Heri bilang surat apa? Surat cinta, tapi kasih SB Pak Heri. Ini Pak Heri surat SB. Surat cinta, entah itu SP atau apa, yang pasti Pak Hedi bilang surat cinta karena dia cinta sama Anda sering bolos, Anda sering terlambat, dikasih surat cinta. Biasanya 3 nih Pak Hedi, cinta 1, cinta 2, cinta 3. Iya, terserah kau selamatkan itu wujud cintanya Pak Hedi. Kasih kok. Kira-kira kalau tidak cinta Pak Hedi, saya kasih kok. Cinta 1, cinta 3 dia. Tidaklah langsung ke siapa peminta kasih keluar di buku. Itu udah cinta. Jadi kalau ini mental ini ya, terbentuk mental. Terus ada si How ya, baru mencoba beradaptasi kita melihat perubahan. Bagus lah. Ya, oke, next. Ada lagi yang mau cari juga? Nah, di sini apa namanya? Gambaran tentang impian dan kondisi kita sekarang. Ya, biasanya kita punya dream ya, kalau kita lulus, kalau kita sekolah dulu ya, lulus dengan prestasi terbaik. Yang paling duluan bicara sama saya. Jadi kita lulus selesai dengan nilai terbaik, saya duluan bicara. Saya kira, Mama tak sudah bicara sama tetangga, juara yang aku, ya, Mama duluan, kan kau, Mama tak duluan. Itu wujud apa juga? Cinta. Oke. Terus setelah lulus, pusing tidak? Pusing tidak dia. Begitu dapat kerja, gembira lagi. Sudah dapat kerja, gaji misalnya sudah baru masuk kerja, misalnya gaji 12 juta. Aku tahu. Kalian ini jadi optimis. Kalau saya bilang itu amin. Tidak percaya sama Allah, jangan kan 12 juta Pak. Kecilin, oke? Begitu dapat gaji 12 juta, apa? Amin ya. Mulai berpikiran, punya rumah, 12 juta ini Pak. Kalau 12 juta sudah bisa dia, kemarin. Alhamdulillah kalau kalian sadar. Ya, maksudnya punya keinginan ya, oh saya punya 2 juta. Ada yang mulai berpikir sebelum saya berumah tangga beli rumah, tangganya busuk. Kalau masa rumah tangga tahu, jadi beli rumah, dapat sudah punya rumah, sudah punya istri, ya prestasi di kantor bagus. Ya. Apakah betul ini impiannya kita? Betul.
Betul.
Siapa jawab itu?
Oke, Gi.
Benar, dapat. Ya. Betul kan? Itu impian kita, tapi ada impian kita ya. Apa? Setelah kita meninggal, masuk surga. Ya. Datang masuk surga ya, setelah itu. Oke, next. Nah, kita terjemahkan dulu ya. Hadis itu adalah gambaran kondisi di lingkungan luar kita yang penuh dengan kegelapan. Labiri. Ya, biasanya istilahnya labiri. Ya. Jadi ada semacam umpama ya, yang tidak ada kepastiannya. Siapa sangka tiba-tiba 2020 ada virus yang namanya COVID, coronavirus, apa ini? Disease 19, ya 2019. Siapa sangka tiba-tiba dapat toro-toro nasi? Kenapa saya dapat toro-toro? Saya kalau habis salaman orang saya sambung di tanganmu, ya. Pulang di rumah, keluar saja beli sesuatu, pulang ganti baju mandi. Kira-kira ada rendangnya. Saya sampai demam bukan karena COVID, karena seringnya mandi. Kadang saya keluar malas keluar, 3 kali saya keluar 3 kali mandi, 3 kali ganti baju. Kira-kira bagaimana? Kalau saya dapat hati. Nah, siapa sangka? Tiba-tiba yang namanya COVID yang virusnya tidak kelihatan sama kita, tiba-tiba menggoncang dunia. Ya, tiba-tiba penjualan Wisata Makassar tiba-tiba drop. Customer tidak ada yang ini. Ya. Tiba-tiba teman kita yang selalu bercanda dikeluarkan karena terjadi rasionalisasi. Tiba-tiba teman tak cuma flu sedikit, dilompat di rumah sakit, dibilang COVID. Di sana dia stres, akhirnya mati. Siapa yang sangka begitu, Pak? Yang tidak kelihatan. Ini apa? Kita harus berserah sama Allah. Baru namanya virus. Bagaimana kira-kira kalau Steve namanya virus? Nah, apa itu? Jadi pernah lihat kok langsung tertular. Pasti kalian bilang Steve, jangan tahu dia. Apa berita? Begitu dia lihat begini, tular, besok mati. Apa?
Jauh. Turun di dalam kita. Jangan lagi.
Dunia ini penuh tidak kepastian. Jangan berpegang pada yang bercoba berpegang sama Pak. Kayak kemudian berpegang sama saya, jangan berpegang sama ini Pak Kapul. Berpegang sama yang pegang Pak Nur juga, yang pegang kita semua. Ya, oke bos. Jadi di daerah itu ada daerah C, B, D, A, ya, yang ini dengan makanan. Ya, oke, lanjut. Nah, ternyata di daerah C itu tadi saya nonton ya, di daerah C itu penuh dengan keju. Keju, sudah rasakan keju. Ada saya bawa. Masih mainan dan teman kunci. Ya. Jadi penurunan keju, ya. Nah di sini perannya ada Smith, sampai-sampai si siapa itu Ham dan Howe itu karena dia punya otak lebih kompleks karena manusia. Kira-kira si Scully sama Smith itu ada takutnya tidak? Ada, tapi yang takut sedang takut saja. Kalau manusia kita, kalau dibilang ada mutasi bulan depan, kira nah, gimana bisa ini? Padahal itu bulan depan, berarti bulan depan siapa tahu minggu depan kita mati. Tidak dimutasi di bos. Kasih orang lain. Ya, karena saking kompleksnya, terlalu banyak pertimbangan seperti saya dulu, sampai saya diberani di program seluler, ya, karena tiap 6 bulan itu HP ganti, semua merek saya sudah pakai, ya, Alcatel, apapun, semua, pokoknya ya, Sony Ericsson, pokoknya semua, tak 6 bulan itu, jadi tadi orang tua ya, karena gua biasa, bos, yang mau diganti lagi, ya, karena itu, ya. Tapi bukan main pak, itu ada. Saya kan langganan seluler, majalah seluler dulu ya. Saya itu kominfo, ya,